Today, we're going to be going back and checking out a classic from Seymour Duncan, the 805 Overdrive. So like I said, I feel like this thing is kind of a modern classic when it comes to Seymour Duncan. Personally, it is my favorite pedal that they've put out, definitely my favorite overdrive that they've done. And it's kind of a sleeper. I don't really feel like people are talking about it anymore, which is definitely a shame. This pedal is pretty awesome, and I think a lot of guys would really like having this, if not having it as their main overdrive. It's just not talked about. It was a little bit when it came out, and I worked at a guitar store when these were first a thing, and I remember selling a bunch of them to metal guys that were looking for a good boost or needing something to help make their amp sound better. And they're just awesome because it's a tube screamer type pedal, clearly, but it has, instead of just a tone knob, it has a bass, middle, and treble. So you can dial back the bass to get a bit of tightness. You can dial up the mids, which is really what you want to be pushing anyway, and some of that treble for top end and more kind of cut and clarity. And then boom, instant great metal tone, especially into my PV6505. Wow, they are a match made in heaven. This might be my favorite boost on that amp. It is so good. It is so good on that style of amp. I can't stress that enough. I absolutely adored it. So why did I pick this up? Well, recently I was just kind of feeling nostalgic for it. I was feeling like a lot of people had kind of forgotten about it or weren't talking about it. Found a used one for a pretty good price. You can find them basically everywhere. And like I said, plugged it into my PV6505. Immediately loved it. It was better than I remembered. And I just wanted to do a demo and show off something that's really cool that I feel like a lot of people might have forgotten about or aren't talking about, unfortunately. So we're going to hear this inside and outside of a mix. It's going to be hitting my 6505 1992 original, and then that's going to be going into my Two Notes Captor X with a DV77 and VM1265 IR blend. And then we're going to hear it outside of a mix on that same setup, and then we'll also hear it going into the clean channel of my Engel Savage, just so we have it as like a regular overdrive to it, not just as a boost. Let's check it out. Doesn't this little thing rip? It immediately just enhances everything about this amp. It is so good. It is so good into this amp. I had it going there. I didn't mention earlier, but it's going into the lead channel of the 6505, and it's going into the the hotter input with more gain. That's my favorite setup for that, especially to hit it with a boost. And it just immediately tightens it up without it getting thin or like too nasal. It just makes it more aggressive, makes it sit better in a mix, makes it feel better to play. It just enhances everything is there. It's exactly what you would want an Overdrive to do, especially with an amp like this in a metal context. And that's why I'm dumbfounded as to why more people don't talk about this or use this pedal. Maybe it was the branding, maybe it's people don't expect much coming from Seymour Duncan. They expect them to be good pickup makers, but not great with guitar pedals. I don't know. But I feel like these are sleepers and more people should be using them and talking about them. They're super affordable. They have, super good flexibility. They'll work on a ton of amps because of that 3-band EQ. I just think they're rad. Let me know if you thought it was cool or if you own this or one of their other pedals or their other Overdrive. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay metal.